1-4. That's how I ended up this past week. I did really good, but I can't complain because I got my first win, which makes me happy. That brings my record to an abysmal 11-19. I need to pick this shit up. Luckily, we're early in the season. I got time. I think this is week 7. So after this week, we're halfway through our regular season. So still lots of opportunity. Got a couple front running teams. Still have Ainsley holding on to the highest point total, 170.2. See if anybody gets it this week. I'll make this quick, make it short, sweet. I already did picks for Kendra and my game because we both had 2, but I'll run through them again. Let's get to it. Before we get to the picks, how about them birds? The most ungratifying first place ranking ever. Let's hope Washington beats Dallas. Weird game. I hope y'all watched it. Middle of the game was kind of shitty, but it shows the heart we got, so I'm happy about that. Got the victory at the end. Jalen Hurts really did not do well on his opportunities. I have to throw that in there. No, but they look good. Our defense looked a little bit better. Still not happy with Doug Peterson's play calling. That motherfucker is costing us games. You don't QB sneak on 3rd and 2.25 yards. You don't run Boston Scott, the smallest motherfucker on the field, on a 3rd and 1 try. Well, I think that was actually 4th and 1. Some stupid play calling by Doug. 2-point conversion play calling by Doug is horrendous, whether it's Hurts or Wentz or whoever. He is setting us up for failure. Starting to piss me the hell off. Deshaun Jackson, pretty much going to retire. There's no point for that man to play again. He's made of glass. We're going to slowly get healthier. We're looking strong, looking like we won it. So maybe we'll limp into the playoffs. And if we could win at home, wild card weekend game, that would just be great. Fuck Dallas. Starting with Rise of the Eagles verse. Worst team name I think I've ever heard besides Kyle's, George. I want to start off by saying thank you, George, for starting Miles Sanders. Thank you for not paying attention to your team. And I was wondering if maybe you could go ahead and put Fitzmagic back in. I picked it early. I picked it Thursday that I'm going to win this matchup. I still think I'm going to win it, so I'm going to take myself. That's an easy one. Carson Wentz played well, but like I said, I'm going to stick with what I originally said. So I said it Thursday. I'm going to win. I'm going to beat George. My second win of the year. Kendra and Steve. I know I picked that Thursday too because she had 2 people playing. I picked Steve. Steve lost Aaron Jones this week, but since I picked him Thursday, I got to stick with it. So I'm still going to say Steve's going to win, even though I think Kendra does have a shot. I'm going to go with Steve. Team Hartman and Public Enemy. This is a pretty close one. I think like 8 points or so. Eric is still without Michael Thomas. And because of that, I'm going to give the slight edge to Kyle. It's hard to pick against Kyle right now. He's pretty hot. With the additional Le'Veon Bell and the Chiefs being more run heavy, I don't know. I want to see how Mahomes and Hill do because with them running a layer like they did last week, it definitely affected their production value. So based on those points, I'm going to go with Kyle this week to beat Eric. I could be wrong, but we'll see. And super curious how this whole backfield is going to work in Kansas City. Balzac Ertz and Aries Weapon. This is another pretty close one. I think less than 10 point spread again. I'm going to pick Vajana for this one because I think she has a slight edge anyway. And I think Josh Jacobs is going to have some hard sledding this week. Pretty much the entire offensive line, the starting 5 for the Raiders, tested positive for COVID. They're definitely going to be out 1 or 2 of them. They might get some back, but it's really so Josh Jacobs is going to have a heck of a time. If they don't have any of their offensive line, I feel like they're going to have to rely on passing more. So I think that, and Josh Allen for Jana has a great matchup. So I'm going to say, Vajana, you're going to beat Deja. Cleves and Cleavage and the Aviators is our closest matchup. It's literally 1 point. I didn't pick this one Thursday because Laura only had one person going. Freeman scored 0.8. Still is a 1 point favorite. This one's actually hard to pick. It's literally a coin toss. I think matchup wise, Laura has a little bit better matchup wise, but I see some big games coming from people like Davante Adams, and there's a chance DeAndre Hopkins isn't going to play. So I'm going to err on the fact of safety that DeAndre Hopkins doesn't play, and I'm going to give the win to the Aviators. Even though if he does play, I do think Laura is going to win it, but we'll give it to Ainsley to beat Laura this week.